Hey everyone, and welcome to This Explainer. Today we're diving into something huge. We are going to break down the massive, fundamental shift that's completely changing the landscape of personal finance right now.
I want you to think about this for just a second. Did you know that 70% of Americans are currently living paycheck to paycheck? Meanwhile, traditional banks are taking your hard-earned deposits, lending them out at super high interest rates, and giving you, well, pretty much 0% back. They keep almost all the profit, and you are just left dealing with the slow, painful erosion of inflation. But what if there was another way? What if you could literally become the bank? What if you could capture those exact same yields for yourself directly? Today, I'm going to show you exactly how everyday people are doing just that.
Now, you might be thinking this is just some niche, underground internet trend that's going to fade away. Well, it's absolutely not. Get this. The global crypto market capitalization recently shattered the $4 trillion mark in 2025. $4 trillion. That proves we are looking at a massive financial revolution. It's heavily capitalized, it's rapidly maturing, and honestly, it's something you simply cannot afford to ignore anymore.
Based on our deep dives into the latest 2026 reports from top blockchain security firms, financial regulators, and market analysts, here's what we're going to cover today. We'll start with the DeFi revolution, then look at how yield farming works, top protocols in 2026, the 2026 regulatory shift, institutional adoption, and finally, understanding the risks. Let's get right into it.
Number one on our list, the DeFi revolution.
So, what exactly is decentralized finance, or DeFi? Well, it's essentially a financial system that completely eliminates traditional middlemen. I mean, we're talking no corporate banks, no clearinghouses, and zero human brokers taking a cut of your money. And guys, the sheer velocity of this space is just staggering. We're looking at a 2026 market size of nearly $238 billion. And it doesn't stop there. It's projected to explode to over $770 billion by 2031. That represents a massive compounded annual growth rate of over 26%. Think about it. When you remove the expensive physical buildings and the highly paid executives of Wall Street, the whole system becomes incredibly efficient. So the actionable tip here is super simple. Start paying attention to this infrastructure right now, before the market literally triples over the next 5 years.
All right, moving on to part two, how yield farming works. To truly understand yield farming, you really need to understand the underlying engine that makes it all run, and that is the automated market maker, or AMM. Now, in traditional finance, you have a middleman, right? Someone sitting there matching a specific buyer to a specific seller. An AMM replaces that human broker entirely with transparent code and math. It relies on something called a liquidity pool. You can just picture this as a big digital pot of funds provided by everyday users like you and me. Because the pre-written code handles the trading automatically 24 hours a day, the fees generated by those trades go directly back to the people who provided the funds. No middlemen taking a slice. The user experience for this has become incredibly straightforward over the last few years. There are essentially 3 simple steps to yield farming. First, you connect a secure digital self-custody wallet. Second, you deposit a pair of tokens into one of these automated liquidity pools we just talked about. And third, you passively earn a share of the trading fees every single time a trader swaps tokens in that pool. That's really the whole shebang. You provide the liquidity, so you get paid the yield. It is exactly that direct. Let's do a direct comparison here. The Bank of Canada recently published a really fascinating breakdown comparing traditional finance, or TradFi, with DeFi lending. In traditional banking, your loans rely on identified borrowers, credit scores, and human loan officers that you just have to trust. In DeFi, it's totally different. The borrowers are completely anonymous, and the intermediaries are pre-programmed smart contracts. Now, I know what you might be thinking. How is it safe if it's completely anonymous? Well, it's safe because of heavy over-collateralization. The smart contract acts as an uncompromising digital safety net. If a borrower deposits collateral and that collateral drops in value, the code automatically liquidates it to protect the lenders. There is no human judgment, no bias, and definitely no waiting around for some committee to approve a margin call.
Okay, let's jump into part 3, top protocols in 2026.
When you look at the DeFi lending market, one name completely dominates the conversation right now, and that's Aave. With a 56.5% market share, that represents roughly $55 billion locked up in its protocol alone. $55 billion. Aave is a massive, highly liquid, US-accessible example of a decentralized marketplace where users lend and borrow automatically. And the crazy thing? That $55 billion isn't controlled by a centralized board of directors in suits. It is entirely governed by open source code and global liquidity providers.
Aside from Aave, there are a few other foundational pillars of this ecosystem you should know about. First, you have Lido, which is essentially the backbone of Ethereum staking, offering steady 3 to 4% annual yields. Then there's Uniswap, the leading decentralized exchange for swapping tokens globally. And MakerDAO, which is the issuer of the decentralized DAI stablecoin. So if you're a beginner looking to explore this space, here's my actionable tip for you. Always start your research with these blue chip protocols. They have been battle tested for years, they're heavily audited by multiple security firms, and they securely process billions in volume every single day.
This brings us to part 4, the 2026 regulatory shift.
The regulatory landscape has undergone an absolutely incredible transformation. Before 2026, the industry faced a ton of duplicative enforcement and massive legal risks, which honestly made it really difficult for everyday Americans to safely participate. But recently, U.S. regulators launched something called Project Crypto. The SEC and the CFTC actually signed a joint memorandum of understanding to work together. And even more importantly, they granted a 5-year safe harbor for decentralized exchange developers. To put that in simple English, regulators have officially created a fenced-in playground, a space where innovation can happen safely and legally, providing much-needed clarity for everyone involved.
Throughout 2025 and 2026, the dominoes fell incredibly fast. As you'll see here, we experienced the introduction of the Genius Act, massive new banking partnerships, and the full integration of traditional financial powerhouses. They all started realizing that the underlying technology here is just far superior. The big takeaway here is that staying compliant is no longer just a nice idea or an afterthought. It's literally the only way for decentralized projects to survive now. This wave of compliance is bringing in the big institutional money, and it's making the entire space dramatically safer for everyday retail users like us. Moving right along to part 5, institutional adoption and stablecoins. Recent data from Binance Research shows some absolutely explosive growth in the stablecoin market. Now, if you aren't familiar, a stablecoin is simply a cryptocurrency that's pegged to a steady asset, usually the US dollar. They basically act as the ultimate bridge between your regular bank dollars and on-chain crypto. And the data proves that traditional money is moving on-chain at an incredible pace right now. Big banks are actually using DeFi rails today because it offers instant global settlements and far better capital efficiency than the decades-old traditional banking infrastructure they're used to. Thanks to clear legal frameworks like the Genius Act, the stablecoin market capitalization is now projected to hit a staggering $1.9 trillion by the year 2030. Think about that. So my actionable tip for you here is to actively research yield-bearing stablecoins. These are quickly becoming the new gold standard for holding your cash safely. You get the peace of mind and stability of the US dollar combined with the superior yields of decentralized finance. It's an incredibly powerful tool for building passive income, completely skipping the wild volatility of traditional cryptocurrencies. And finally, part 6, understanding the risks. Because it's not all sunshine and rainbows. First up is a concept called impermanent loss. Now, I know that sounds highly technical and a little intimidating, but it simply means this. If the prices of the tokens you deposited into a liquidity pool change dramatically, you might have actually made more money just holding those tokens in your wallet rather than lending them out. So it's essentially an opportunity cost you need to be aware of. Secondly, you have smart contract risks. Because DeFi relies entirely on code, if there happens to be a bug or an error in that programming, sophisticated hackers can and absolutely will exploit it. For example, the industry is constantly fighting off these things called flash loan attacks. These are really complex maneuvers that can drain millions of dollars from vulnerable protocols in literally a matter of seconds. Just recently, a platform called Hedgy Finance lost $44 million to an exploit across 2 different blockchains. And listen, in the world of crypto, once those funds are gone, they are almost never recovered. So please protect yourself out there. Only use heavily audited mainstream platforms, always read the documentation, and never ever invest money that you cannot afford to lose. All right, let's recap everything we've covered today into 3 simple takeaways. First, decentralized finance is successfully replacing expensive human middlemen with highly efficient automated code. Second, the United States has officially paved the way for massive growth by creating clear, safe rules through Project Crypto. And third, big banks and traditional institutions are actively adopting stablecoins to access these massive yields, which completely validates the entire system for everyday users like us.
I want to leave you with this really provocative thought from a recent research report we reviewed. Quote, looking toward 2026, DeFi will fully exit its Wild West era, entering the age of intelligent finance. End quote. I want you to really think about what that means for your money. We are moving into a world where machines, code, and AI will run our financial future, making it more open and efficient than ever before in human history. So the ultimate question is, as Wall Street embraces the code, what will your role be in the age of intelligence finance? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. If you found this breakdown valuable, please go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below telling us what financial topic you want us to explain next. See you next time.